Plank with me for 3-ish minutes while I talk about my journey as a runner. If you want a little fitness challenge, maybe you can join me for the duration of this video. Anyway, I got into running in 8th grade. Before then, I had always been pretty fast as a sprinter, but I never wanted to compete just due to my own fear of losing and having people be better than me because I'm a perfectionist. But eventually, my friend convinced me to join the track team with her, and so I did as a sprinter and had a really great time. When I got to high school, I ended up doing cross country in the fall that first season to stay in shape for indoor and outdoor track, which would come later in the year. And I wasn't expecting to be good at it or anything since I was a sprinter, but I actually turned out to be fairly decent and made varsity in my first season. From there on out, running was pretty much my entire personality. I did it for all 4 years in high school and all 3 seasons back to back. I was a team captain for all 3 seasons my senior year. I really lived and breathed running. I ran about 50 miles a week, give or take, and pretty much all of my friends were on the track team. So we spent all of our time together, even when we weren't in school or at practice. People did refer to us as a cult, which I hear is common for track teams, but I really look back on it so fondly. I don't think I would have liked high school as much as I did if I hadn't done track. Anyway, I considered running in college, but given that my college was a D1 school, and given the fact that I wanted to be able to intern and study abroad and, not have my entire life revolve around running anymore, I figured it was best to give it a rest with the running. And I told myself that I would run recreationally, even though I wasn't doing it competitively anymore. And that completely went out the window the second I arrived at college. From there on out, I would go through periods where I would try to get back into running, but by that point, I was so out of shape that it would be so miserable when I started up again that I would end up just giving up. Toward late 2021, I finally hit a breakthrough where I was able to train for a 10K consistently enough to get back into the kind of shape where it wasn't completely miserable to go for a run, but still wasn't exactly fun. Once I did that, I ended up training for a half, and then, because I'm mentally ill, a full. Honestly, finding my way back to running has been a really joyful experience, and I love this community. It's also nice to have real hobbies again. I'm now training for my first try, so follow along if you're interested in that sort of thing.